Hi everyone and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I want to talk about something that I think we don't really talk very much about. The age of Muhammad's first wife, Khadija. It is very widely known that Muhammad married a young girl, a child, when she was 6 years old, and he consummated the marriage with her when she was 9 years old. Now, when we talk about this, many Muslims in response to that mention that his first wife was 40 years old when Muhammad married her, and he was only 25, so he married a much older woman. Very often, this is brought up by people who don't even fully trust the Islamically authentic reports that Muhammad did marry Aisha when she was 6 and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Instead, they say his first wife was 40 years old when he married her. And many of us take this information that he married an older woman for a fact. The problem is that there is actually no authentic report by Islamic standards which says that Muhammad's first wife, Khadija, was 40 years old when he married her. There is no single report within the authentic Islamic hadiths which talks about her age and which confirms that she was 40 years old. Accounts about her age, saying that she was 40 years old, only come from secondary reports such as writings about Muhammad's life, writings that did not make it into the authentic hadith collections. If we want to compare this knowledge about Khadija's age to the knowledge we possess about Aisha's age, then we can say that it is extremely likely that Muhammad did indeed marry Aisha when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage when she was 9, because there are multiple records agreed upon and verified by Islamic scholars through chains of narrators who brought this knowledge to those who compiled these reports. Whereas when we look at the age of Khadija, all we have are some secondary writings which did not make it through the process of verification and authentication. I know this might be a shocker to some people, but that's how it is. By Islamic standards, it is only a tradition that Khadija was 40 years old when Muhammad married her. There is no way to verify this information. For the average person today, there is no reason to take this knowledge as a fact. For hadith deniers or for those who are skeptical and suspicious of information that comes through Islamic scholars, there is no reason to believe that Muhammad married a 40-year-old girl. This is simply hearsay. But hey, even if it was true that Muhammad initially married a woman who was 40 years old when he was 25, that doesn't say anything at all. According to those traditions, he was a merchant and she was his employer. She was wealthy, he had nothing. They got married, he became wealthy, and then he became a prophet. That certainly doesn't mean that he's a virtuous guy. And it also doesn't absolve him of having a dozen marriages after her and marrying a little child. Thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe, support this video on Patreon or apostateprophet.com/donate. I will be back with more. Have a fantastic day and stay away from Islam.